How's it going, everyone? Welcome. The purpose of today's video is going to be to go over how good I am at tennis. This is going to be painful to talk about. But yeah, I mean, today, I think it's important when you start any kind of project or any kind of hobby that you're wanting to get better at. First thing we need to do is reassess where our current skill level is at. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So as I mentioned on my last video, I used to be a competitive tennis player that took about a 10-year hiatus. As it sits right now, my current UTR rating is sitting at a comfortable 5.98, 5.99. My goal by the end of the year is to be at a solid 8 UTR. Now, on a conversion scale, if I'm being brutally honest, I'm really kind of right in between here as that 4.0 male. I want to be better. The goal of this is to get better, and I'm going to do better. So let's set some goals. So to kick things off, we're going to be focused on two primary things. One, overall athletic ability, and two, overall tennis ability. And I'll be breaking these up into a few broad concepts and then going into specifics on how I'm going to improve them. And first things first, I weigh a good 30, 35, 40 pounds more, and that has impacted my game in very noticeable ways. Overall, I need to do a very holistic approach to improving my form and my fitness. The best athletes are the best tennis players. We see it time and time again. This is not rocket science. It is a tried and true concept. Jumping back a bit, whenever I was playing a lot 10 years ago, I had a primary focus on really only three main concepts of my fitness. I focused on endurance, a little bit on agility, and a lot on strength. All of these are great areas to focus on, but taking what I knew then to what I know now, I now know obviously tennis is a much more multifaceted fitness game. Therefore, we're gonna do about 30% on endurance, 30% on agility, 25% on flexibility and mobility, and about 15% on strength training. Strength is still very important. However, as I'm sure you've noticed, some of the best tennis players are not necessarily the most yoked tennis players. Second biggest thing for me, let's focus on my current tennis game. So let's focus on my strengths and let's focus on some of my weaknesses. I have a really solid forehand. It's a very reliable shot for me. I do think I have a pretty good serve. I've been getting a lot better at that. The weight that I've gained over the years is really helping me out on that equation. Third, I would say I'm much more mentally mature at my shot selection. Last strength that I've noticed, I'm much more mentally tough now. This is going to suck, but I do have quite a lot of weaknesses getting back into this. And the first thing is what I addressed previously. My fitness is just not where it needs to be. Yeah, I mean, I need to get more fit. My footwork on top of that is also not where it needs to be. Arguably one of the most important facets of tennis. So footwork is key. Next, my backhand. My backhand return is just god awful. I have a one-handed backhand, so this is already not as advantageous as maybe a two-handed backhand. So I want to make a good focus for this year to have a reliable backhand. I want to take a primary focus on my forehand since that's my biggest strength, but I at the very least want to have a backhand that's not a weapon, but is reliable when I need it to be. And lastly, this is going to bleed into the first point I made. Overall fitness, my timing on my shots has been very sporadic. I need to work on better timing. And personally, I think a lot of that comes with good footwork as well as good fitness. But I will need to be intentional in improving when and how I hit the ball to get better shot quality. So there you have it. Everything's set out on the table. Please, please, please offer some suggestions. Part of the reason I'm making this channel and part of the reason why I want to do this all together is to get some outside influence to just help me along this journey and hopefully help you too. I want to be better than where I was 10 years ago whenever I was playing competitively. And I think a big part of that equation is all you guys helping me out along the way. So feel free to drop a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what your thoughts are, and let me know some of the things that you may be doing to improve your game. See you next time, y'all.